Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel Coins Reaction Zone and Zombie 100 Bucket List of the Dead. So last episode in episode 5 was Hero of the Dead, and in that episode our main character Akira suddenly decides that after letting 2 different people die on his watch in the past 4 episodes, kind of still salty about that, he decided that he wanted to be a hero. It made sense episode wise since he realized that was his childhood dream, but still could have saved those people if that's what you were going to do this episode. He went to the aquarium, picked up a suit, painted it, and starts going on a rescue spree. The passengers from a bus, one of them was a hidden zombie, of course. Those survivors came into the aquarium and he saved them and they ran with them, and then of course zombies came through. Our main character girl was just happened to be on that bus for just plot reasons. A teenage girl pushed the main girl away into the hallway and Akira jumped in and saved her. Then she ran off to go get batteries because a zombie shark showed up that ate 6 zombies that then perfectly went through his digestive system, and then the feet stuck all the way through, stabbed it, and so he was basically walking and running, and the zombies followed exactly what the shark was doing to make it a boss fight. It's supposed to be like a cool badass moment, but it's pretty much the hardest I've ever laughed of whenever he grabbed those 2 like AA batteries in his hands and punched the crap out of that shark. Just a very stereotypical cliche episode. At the moment, this show for me started off at like an 8 out of 10, and now it's dropped down to like a 5.5, 6 out of 10. But my anime list doesn't go in decimal systems, so right now it's a 6 because I like to go a little bit above. So that was episode 5, which was released on August 13th, and this series has been a lot of 2-week skips, and there's going to be some more 2-week skips after this. But at the current moment, 6 and 7 are 1 week across. But 8, 9, and 10 are going to be delayed, and then we have no idea about 11 or 12. But for now, this is episode 6, RV of the Dead. So I'm interested to see where we go from here, especially since put all that budget and all the interesting stuff in the previous episode, even though I felt like it was just another basic one. I just feel like this became another cliche zombie show. You know, I sang its praises in the first episode because it was just dark, it was gritty. Immediately knowing what to do, killing stuff, and then whoosh, just immediately fell down in the second episode. And further, to be honest, I'm kind of just watching it to see how it ends. I'm not really as interested. Like, the animation is still really pretty, so I can't fault that. It's just that the storyline for me, for sure, there's always going to be people that like and hate something. I wouldn't say I really hate it. It's just kind of, like I said, just average for me. We will keep going because I'm a completer. So let's just get right into episode 6. Yeah, because the plan right now is to go to Gondo and see his parents. Finally leaving his apartment after a couple years. Because he lived at that apartment for like 6 or 7 years, right? 3 to 4 hours? Okay. Wait, so he was really close. My brother lives 5 hours away. I'm gonna help him move in 2 days. I visit him all the time. 3 hours is easy. Except everybody goes in RV in a zombie show and they always get wrecked. Like Walking Dead comes to mind immediately, like I mentioned. And then there's also stuff like Z Nation. There's all kinds of shows. She's here again? This freaking plot, man. At least they mentioned it, that they run into each other a lot. Or the author wanting you to be together because they realize that you guys have no real chemistry. I do agree with her though. And I like how they have more chemistry than the main character. If you watched all those zombie movies, then you know that everybody that drives an RV gets wrecked.
けど静香ちゃん免許持ってないんだよね。確かに慣れない運転はリスクヘッジで控えた方が良くないですか？アライアンス組むメリット認めるって。
Oh my gosh, so that's how she's gonna join the crew? Where's she even trying to go? They didn't mention that at all.
行きましょうよ。キャンピングカーショーすげー。
Oh my gosh. There's gonna be zombies in that area for sure. For a show that likes to make fun of shonen, it's very shonen-esque with like the shaking the butt and things like that, like the comedy moments. I don't know, I guess since I watched so much shonen, I'm just used to it, that it kind of just not really affecting me as much. You're gonna take it just because it's expensive. Oh, that looks like one that like famous idols would use.
はあ、そんな大型車で乗り捨てられた車だらけの道をどうやって走るのよ。こちらにすべきです。こちらでフィックスします。
Kind of like a Jeep style one.
全然キャンピングカーっぽくないぞ。
And even knew how to weld or just drill. You know, do the great thing that has like a spear on the bottom so you can lift stuff up and just have the massive growth like spikes. Just go all out. Of course, like a 1980s style Volkswagen Bug kind of RV thing.
この車乗りたいかも。
夢とロマンション。
安全性と利便性よ。
Yeah, I know there'd be zombies, and there's a crap ton. How were there none down in the RV show? Why were they all upstairs? They don't even show the zombies getting run over. Right in RV number 17 complete. Oh, so he's driving the motorcycle. I was wondering. So where'd they have the motorcycle then? They didn't explain that because they didn't bring the motorcycle inside. They left it outside.
ホルモンを変化させて脳に影響を及ぼし凶暴化させる。そんなことができるのはウイルスである可能性が限りなく高い。だから感染経路の特定などの要因分析。
It's always a virus when it comes to zombies. Like how does that?
問題解決のためにできることはたくさん。
It's not very a smart
ワクチンができればどんな危険なウイルスにだって対抗できる。
Everybody knows that.
論理的に考えれば世界はまだ終わっていない。
もうすぐ埼玉抜けるぜ。いよいよ群馬だな。休むが。よっしゃ、初キャンピングカー泊。
Or cattails. That's just messed up. Are there bandits or something? The high school baseball team became bandits?
お前会社も行かずにこんなところで何してるんだ。
あなたは小杉リーダー。
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Based off how the trailer was in the live action and just the version before, there was another boss of his, so I was just confused since we know for sure that the other one died in episode 1. So that's right. This is basically his direct supervisor manager. And he took control of the baseball team. That's funny.
リーダーもお元気そうで何より。
And of course, since Akira is a main character, it had to be somebody connected to him. It couldn't just be a rando. Shows, man.
そのタイヤじゃ旅は続けられそうにないし、お友達の手当ても急いだ方がいい。力になってやろうか、天道。幸い俺たちのサービスエリアには食料もスペアのタイヤも医療器具も物資は十分に備えてある。タイヤを交換し、お友達を治療してやろうじゃないか。
So basically, they set a spike trip and then kill the tires.
本当に嬉しいんだ。
And then they want something out of it. Maybe the girl, since she's usually evil that way, just to know that he's a bad guy. Yeah. He doesn't even know if he's a good fighter or anything like that.
あんなものを設置して移動手段を奪い、怪我を負わせ弱みを握って、手のいい労働力として利用してるんでしょう。
随分と人聞きの悪いことを言うお嬢さんだな。
To be honest, they all have bats. They don't have any guns or anything. Yeah. If 6 sets of tires popping, definitely gonna attract zombies. And to be fair, you can back up and drive on flats. Like, it'll just destroy the rims, but it shouldn't really matter since you don't really care about the RV. You're just running from zombies. So who gives a crap?
わかりました。2日だけの約束ならあなたの元で。
I would refuse. I just leave. I just ride it on the rims. Who gives a crap? It's another unnecessary filler episode because we know, unless he's the main bad guy for the rest of the episodes, we know he's just gonna leave immediately. There's no point.
骨折まではしてないと思うけど、当面は安静にしておいた方が賢明だわ。
It's a lot of band-aids. Man.
彼らが計画的に仕掛けたこと、あなたに責任
Yeah,
が
he
ない
took a
よ。
pretty bad fall.
タイヤさえ交換できたらすぐにこんなとこ2日の辛抱か。
だといいけどね。
もう腕がパンパンだ。いつになったら終わんだよこれ。いやいや、そうじゃないだろ。俺はもうあの頃の俺じゃない。これからはやりたいことをして生きていくって決めたじゃねえか。みんな暑いのか頑張ってるもんな。ビールビール。今から冷やせば晩飯に間に合うかな。きっとみんな喜ぶぞ。
おい天道、お前の持ち場はここじゃないだろ。ここで何して。おい、俺がいつそんな指示を出した。
これはただみんなのために。リーダーを前にすると うまく思考が。
貴重な天気の無駄遣いのだけだろうが、今度余計な真似してみろ。ただじゃ。
おお、小杉さん、なんすかそれ。ビールじゃないっすか。
もしかして俺たちのためっすか？
いつもはぬるい発泡酒しか飲ませてくれないのに、どうしちゃったんすか。
ああ、ちょうど天道に今晩みんなに冷えたビールを振る舞うよう指示を出していたところだ。ここにいる全員の分もだ。今夜は天道たちの歓迎会も兼ねて、
He's going back to his old ways where he just takes
これは会社のために日を尽くしてくれている君たちへの
Takes credit for everything.
俺からのほんのささやかな感謝の気持ちだよ。
やっぱ小杉さん懐広いわ。ついてきてよかったっすよ。
やめんか、おだててももう何も出んぞい。
And also agreed for morale, and so he wouldn't be wrong by saying it's not.
なんだあれ。ゾンビに物資を運ばせてるのか。
連中も使い方次第では会社にとっての立派な労働力だ。あいつらは会社の部品だよ。ただの部品。自分の意思を持たず何も考えられない部品は黙って手足だけを動かしておけばいいんだ。
部品。
そして天道、お前もあいつらと等しくただの部品の一つでしかないんだぞ。お前自分には特別な何かができると思ってないか。お前はお前が思っているよりもずっと無価値だよ。お前にできることなんてせいぜい俺の言うこと聞いてあのゾンビくらいは役に立つかどうか程度のことだよ。お前らみたいなただの部品は汗水垂らして働いてぬるい発泡酒を飲み、たまの贅沢に冷えたビールを飲む。それ以上の幸せなんてないだろ。違うか。分かったら部品は部品らしく黙って手足だけ動かせ。いいなクソ部品が。
しかしアキラの様子なんか変だったよな。
忘れられないのよ。どんなに不当な支配だと頭では分かっていても、心が恐怖を忘れられないものなのよ。
I guess that makes sense. That was a pretty lackluster episode overall for me. It was just so unnecessary and just a bit boring, to be honest. Nothing really happened. And I feel like we had all that character development in the first two episodes of how he was and where he was at and where he's going forward and becoming a better person. And just immediately going stuck in his old ways. I guess it's kind of like I don't know, like, I guess the best example would be like abusive relationships and stuff in TV and movies, and then sometimes in real life of like immediately going back. It's just frustrating for a show that already had massive delays. I was already losing interest in to immediately just go back and probably this is the main bad guy for the next latter part of the season is just kind of worthless because of course it has to be connected to the main character. Even though we had character development, we already have more, I guess. Shizuku randomly shows up because plot. The blonde chick still is not here, even though we have 5 episodes left, and she was registered as a main character. The other main character was sidelined because the spike strip debacle. A bunch of nothing. I just didn't like this episode at all, really. I think I'm going to give it like a 2 to a 3 out of 10. It's just so worthless for me. That brings down the score, I think, to about a 5 out of 10, I believe. It's just such nothing. And it's just falling into the same cliches and nothingness that like other zombie shows that I've disliked or started off strong, like this one, very strong in the first episode, just really plummeted pretty quickly, and especially since it makes fun of all that, of all the zombie show cliches. I've heard it as, and I've mentioned this, a comedy show set in a zombie apocalypse, but they're doing all the same stuff as Apocalypse, not doing anything different for the genre, since it's registered as a comedy, not doing anything special for that, bringing nothing to the scene, essentially, except animation. That's it. That's all they're doing is that the animation is pretty, like during the fight scenes, even if they're hilarious because they're so stupid. I don't know. I guess that would be the best way to put it. It brings nothing new to a system that's already completely oversaturated. I guess that's just the best way to put of why I don't really like it as much as I did in the first episode. Next one will release on September 3rd, and then there's going to be 2-week delays for every episode after that, and then we don't know about episode 11 or 12 yet. That's just what I've heard of so far for those. Yeah, I really didn't think that this one would be one of my worst rated for airing shows for the spring season, because I have a lot of other shows that are like 6s and 5s that I haven't reacted to on the channel because I thought I wouldn't really like them as they go, since they're just kind of isekais or other shows, since I've read all their mangas essentially. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll pick up speed again, since we still have 5 episodes left. I'm still holding out hope. I'm not going to be pessimistic or anything like that. It's still been pretty fun in certain parts. Like my biggest laugh on this channel, like I said a few times already, was the last episode during the shark fight. So I'm interested to see like maybe there's another big laugh coming in there or an interesting fight scene. But right now it just feels like the show's grinded to a halt for me pretty quick. Give me kind of whiplash. So we'll see. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next week for another Zom 100 reaction. Have a great day.